So let's just jump into it. The first thing, surveys, websites, there's so many of them. That's the easiest way to jump in to make some money at home. It's using those websites. Userinterviews.com. I guarantee you guys, you check it out, you sign up, you get into a test, you will get paid. Because I've seen content creators talk about it. It's like a legit site. So I know a lot of the stigma about survey sites, sometimes they're a little bit scammy or they're looking for some way to get you information. These sites that we're talking about are legit. You will get paid. You can tell, you look at the bottom, they basically get research for these companies. So these are all the companies. They got Adobe, they got Spotify, Pinterest, Intuit. We will look at the studies right now that they have. You can go in and there's different types of studies. You can do in person, over the phone, online. And the study type is one-on-one interviews, focus groups, multi-day studies. And it really depends on what your experience in life is. If you worked at a law firm, they would like to know about your processes. They're gonna give you $100 for an hour of your time. People who do creative stuff, parents. It doesn't really matter. These companies need information from all types of different people. So you just look down here and you can find interviews that fit exactly who you are.
So if you click one of these links, then you have to apply with that one, right?
Yeah, so you apply, and we'll do it right here.
Okay.
You give you the description, device, and then you click to participate, and they'll probably, like I sign in, but they'll start to ask more questions about.
Right, so it goes beyond your user interviews profile. Like that's not enough to say, hey, these are the ones you qualified for. You still have to go in and connect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check out user testing. Let's see.
So user testing, what it is you are paid $10 per test, and the test is testing out the functionality of a website.
Okay, cool.
So they tell you to go to websites, and then afterwards they might ask you a couple questions, and if you can't answer it, you can go back and look it up, or sometimes they don't even have you do that, because if you can't answer, if you're like, I don't remember seeing that, then they're not happy because that was supposed to be seen. Okay. So they don't even care about, like, it's not like a test. It's more like, did you see this and what did it say? And you're like, I didn't ever notice that. And they're like, oh, you should have noticed that. They're all testing sites for websites. And what I would say is testingtime.com, test.io, they do pay up to $50, but I would say start with the $10 ones per, just kind of get your feet wet, because once you get up into the higher priced ones, they're going to ask a little more from you.
Yeah.
So to get some of these other ones under your belt.
User testing, once you become a contributor, you get paid to test apps, prototypes, websites, and real world experiences. So for instance, an app, there's probably dozens of people developing this app, and they need, before they push it out to the public, they need to make sure that the interface is working well, that, like you said, if they ask you, did you see this? And you didn't, and enough of the testers say they didn't, obviously they need to go back to the drawing board. They want to make sure that whatever they put out there does exactly what they need it to do. So you're testing apps, websites, or prototypes. And I'm assuming the ones that pay a little bit more, they ask a little bit more, like, do you need to provide more technical analysis when you're testing the apps? You think that's probably why they probably...
Yeah, I mean, but also some of them get up into education and stuff too.
This website, and it's for women, but it's books written by women, and you get to write about it. So there's a lot of websites where you can get paid to write. You are a freelance writer. There's tons of websites. A lot of websites need content. They need stuff to post. Now, the more quality you can provide the content, the more they'll probably pay, the more they keep you around. Freelance writing is a really big and lucrative side hustle. Could definitely be a full-time hustle if you love to write.
And this website is writing reviews on books, but you're doing it in a blog style, so they pay you 14 cents per word. So obviously they're going to keep you coming back if they like the way you do it and you review, like if you're wording things properly. They don't care if you like it or not.
I think you have another website, Rev, right? Rev.com, that has a lot of the transcription.
Yeah, that one I think is based on how fast you can do it, which must mean to me how fast you can type. So that probably comes down to your per minute, which I don't think I'm real good at. I'm not the fastest type. I'm good. I know how to type, but I'm not like, I can't even remember what's great, 100 words a minute or something. I don't know. I'm not up there. And those are the people who would really jam on these, because what you're doing is taking audio, and I don't know why, because it seems like there's software out there these days that can do it pretty well, but they want
human
perfect.
perfect.
Yeah, and I get it. Everybody's got a different voice too. It can't. pick up on some things.
Yeah, but this is a really good website. I'm definitely gonna put this on because especially if the languages, you know how to translate really fast. Because I know for Rev.com, we have a video and you want to transcribe, you can pay for their AI to do it, which is cheaper. But if you need a professional transcription, you need to make sure you have every word perfectly. It's done by humans. That's what Rev.com does, hiring people to do that. But I'm gonna put this website up as well. They have the surveys, transcription, translation, social media evaluation, speech evaluation, a little bit of everything here. And these are the type of jobs that you can apply for.
Yeah, and that's another one where, like, again, you can get on all kinds of levels. It's like we were talking about last mile delivery services. It's one of those sites where don't land there and go, wait, this is for professionals and this is nothing here for me, I'm out. Like, look through it, because there's entry level, and then it's almost like having a job in a way, because they're evaluating how you're doing. And so if you're doing okay, they're happy to let you have other jobs. There's other work too.
Yeah.
These are the type of companies that have never ending outsourcing to do.
Gotcha. So you become a partner and then you have other types of work and jobs to do.
Yeah. These can move you up quickly. Again, these are just if you were ever good at this stuff, or if you've ever had an urge to want to try it. I mean, these are the things that you might have gone, oh man, I could never be a teacher. You could try it here. I mean, you could try and see like what you feel comfortable doing. And then what they do, if I remember right, this one specifically, is they have like tests to make sure that you are able to do that.
Right. You're going to do math homework. They're going to probably test you on the math that you're going to be teaching.
So I don't know if you guys know this, but apple.com/jobs, you can get paid $16 an hour just to be a chat agent on a basic level. $6 an hour, you just sit there, and they only, I mean, you're basically just keystroking 1 through 8 or 9 with answers. And then if it gets beyond that kind of thing, you're really just kicking it up the ladder.
Not bad at all. Like you said, there's so many different opportunities to really make some decent money. It doesn't have to be translated into using your car. Like I said, it could be certain situations where you're just not able to drive, and you can make some really good money. And also another thing that is pretty obvious, but YouTube can be something that can generate income. But going back to what I was saying in terms of success, it takes a lot of effort. I don't know what you think, Steve. Like, would that be the first suggestion? Like, it takes a long time to generate the kind of income that I think someone, if they're looking for a side hustle, they're probably looking for something now, not necessarily something a year from now.
Yeah, I mean, the only way I would see YouTube out of the gate is, YouTube, let's do that, is like if you really have a brand in mind, and you really have an idea and a niche, and you are very specific, and you're going to be doing a website, social media, YouTube, and you're planning on launching all this, then YouTube, yes, from the get-go, and you better put all your effort into it, because I know Hannibal can attest to this, I can for sure, that YouTube is tough too, man. That's its own animal.